Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto, and it has been a crazy weekend as it is San Diego Comic-Con weekend. Everything is starting to wrap up, but that doesn't mean our coverage is over, as I'm going to be talking about the Hateful 8 panel right now. I also talked about the X-Men panel in their video today as well. You can check that out, or you can check out our most successful video of the weekend, which is our review of the oh man, I'm spacing. The Suicide Squad leak trailer, which earned over 100,000 views in less than 24 hours, which I'm really, really proud of. I want to thank all the new subscribers and all my old subscribers for being that supportive and talking below in the comment sections. I love having the conversations. So let's get to the Hateful 8. So Quentin Tarantino returned to Hall H in San Diego this year with a 7-minute presentation of his new film, The Hateful Eight. Unfortunately, I've not seen anything, any leak version of it or not, and then again, I haven't really sought it out because this movie is something that I'm slowly starting to really get excited for, and I don't want to kind of watch the leak version. And now people say, well, why do you watch anything leaked? Well, because I want to report back to you guys what's going on in the world of motion picture, because I want to be on top of things. However, this is a movie that I don't necessarily see being one that I should watch leaked because of all the great cinematic aspects of it that I really, really just kind of want to watch it on its own in the movie theater. Now, I'm sure when a trailer comes out, I'll do a trailer review, but until then, I think I'm just going to wait it off and hold out because of how interesting this movie is going to look. Speaking of which, this 7-minute presentation was introduced by Samuel L. Jackson, footage of Samuel L. Jackson talking about the cinematic elements that make this movie so unique. In that, he explained that it was shot in Ultra Panavision, which makes it the only 11th film in history to be shot in the to utilize the wide angle format, which is really, really awesome, only giving us more reasons to enjoy it. Unfortunately, I don't know if every theater is going to be able to, I don't know if everyone is going to be able to see this movie on film because of the theaters with the digitals and such, but I hope that you'll be able to find this movie and be able to watch it on film. Quentin Tarantino explained that he and his cinematographer, Robert Richardson, used the same lenses for classics like Ben-Hur and Battle of the Bulge. And I don't mean replicated, I mean they actually used the same lenses, the antiques, which to me is enough to sell me on this picture because those are some of the greatest epics of all time, and the fact that he would use these exact lenses means that this movie is really going to have one of the most unique looks of the year. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And of course, when I say year, this movie isn't coming out till Christmas Day, so we have a long time until then, and my anticipation is growing, but I feel like this could easily be one of Tarantino's best films because of the look alone. The trailer is shown, and even though he explained that the 7-minute presentation was just for the Comic-Con fans, obviously because he doesn't feel it was strong enough to be a trailer, this trailer is what I'm going to call it, shows 8 strangers that are all held up in a cabin during a blizzard in which everyone has an issue with everyone. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys are real Western fans. It's really hard to be a Western fan if you're into modern cinema. No, it's not. I didn't word that rightly. But basically, if you're someone who only watches newer movies, it's hard to be a Western fan because there's such a lack of the Western genre. But if you're a real film fan and you watch a lot of Westerns, because Westerns are one of the most predominant genres in this country, your mind should go to John Ford's Stagecoach, which was the same film that would inspire Orson Welles to make Citizen Kane, which was held to be one of the greatest films ever made for a very long time. Stagecoach follows a group of people, different classes, different, morals, different thoughts about the world, stuck on a stagecoach. So that's where my mind went. And this movie just in general looks like a huge tribute to the Western genre from Quentin Tarantino. We did get a glimpse of his Western genre in Django Unchained, and this is going to be his second project, which I'm really looking forward to. He did say that he has to make one more Western because in order to consider himself a Western director, he has to make at least 3. He also talked about the leak of the movie and the fact that he was upset, not because it leaked, but more because it was the first draft and the movie wasn't done, which is really funny, but it kind of gave it the seemings of that he's over it. He's not really holding that grudge. And then he also spoke about Kill Bill 3, which is probably big for a lot of fans. I wrote down his exact quote because I didn't want to misquote him. He said, quote, "Never say never. Uma wants to do it. We talk about it every once in a while. We need for Vernita's daughter to get old enough to try to kill her." End quote. Now, I love the Kill Bill movies. I'm actually a really big fan of those movies. I've talked to a lot of different Quentin Tarantino fans who have a kind of divide feeling about that picture, but that's a movie I would love to see. Well, maybe not so much Kill Bill 3, because I really like how the movies ended, but I do enjoy those pictures a lot, so if they were to make a third one, I think I'd be kind of excited. Last but not least, to even prove further that this movie is going to be his real tribute to Sergio Leone in the spaghetti western, he had the most exciting announcement. And though it might not sound that exciting to many of you, I think that with the right research, or in the comments below, that when people are talking about the response to this, you'll kind of understand the importance of it. He announced that Ennio Morricone, the famous composer who did some of the greatest westerns of all time, like The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, is going to do his first western in 40 years by making an original score for this picture. Now that's huge. Any person who loves westerns knows Ennio and knows how great his work really is. I mean, we all know that simple western tone, and Ennio is one of the greatest composers of all time, and the fact that he is doing a western for the first time in 40 years for Quentin Tarantino, nonetheless, is just really, really awesome. If you're not familiar with Ennio Morricone, I push all my other fans and movie lovers to talk about him in the comment sections below and talk about how excited they are for this, so we could kind of help you guys along that way. But you could YouTube him, you could check it out, you could listen to I mean, I have tons of his music on my iPod because it's just so amazing. Again, just proving how big of a tribute this is to Sergio Leone. If you want to read more about this panel, head over to ChasingCinema.com, click the news button, and you'll be able to see all of our video news updates that we do on a daily basis. Comic-Con or not, it's happening. Every single day we're doing news updates. And like I said, you could see our X-Men review, or the movie of the month, or the box office report videos that we did today. But once you find this video, click the link below. It'll take you. You could read about the whole panel. You could read about more of the trailer description and much, much more. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto. On your way out, please give this video a thumbs up to show your support and to show me that you enjoyed this video. And please continue chasing cinema.